Hi everyone, hope you've had a good week. So today we're going to carry on with Spider-Man. Today I think we're just going to finish off the piece. We're going to do the last 3 lines. So let me play the whole thing for you just one more time so we can remind ourselves how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so line number 3 we're going to start with now. Previously, what I've been saying is that if you see the number 3 on the tab, if you see 3, then you should use your third finger. But as you see on this third line where it says spins a web, it actually goes all the way up to the 6th fret. And obviously, as far as I know, there aren't any of you who have 6 fingers. So what that means is that we're going to have to shift our position a little bit. So previously on the line before that, we were on does whatever a spider can, just like normal. So we see if we're on the 2nd fret, then we're using our 2nd finger, 1st finger for 1st fret, and so on. Now, we've got to shift up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay? 1st finger on the 3rd fret. And what that means that we can then do is we can then use our pinky finger to play the 6th fret on the B string. And the reason we do that is because if we put our 1st finger on the 3rd fret, then our 2nd finger would be a good fit for the 4th fret, this one for the 5th fret, and finally our pinky finger fits nicely on the 6th fret. Now, I know that I have enormous hands, and some of you aren't as fortunate as me in your hand size. So, I really want you to play with your pinky finger, but what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to stretch and be like, oh, I've got to play both this fret and this one at the same time. That's no good. We always want our hand to be nice and relaxed. If it's like that and it's stretched, then we're not going to be able to play music so well, and we're probably going to, in the long run, start hurting our hand, which we don't really want. So I definitely want you to play this one with your pinky finger, but if you can't reach it, I just want you to move your hand. So I'm going to pretend that I've got small hands now. So I'm still going to play it with my pinky finger, but I'm just going to move my hand to the 6th fret. So I'm moving it. I'm not stretching. I'm moving it, okay? So we've got the 3rd fret on the B string and the 6th fret on the B string. Now, we're then going to use our 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the high E string because it's in a good place to do that, isn't it? So now that we've used our pinky finger here, we can move down and use our 3rd finger here. Okay, so that whole bit should look something like that. Remember, no stretching. Okay, then the next bar on the 3rd line, any size. We're now back to how we were before. So if we see a 3rd fret, we're going to use our 3rd finger. If we see the 1st fret, we're going to use our 1st finger. And if we see the 3rd fret again here, we're going to use our 3rd finger. So that's 3, 1, 3. So what that means is, so after you've done spins a web, spins a web, you're going to, if you can, move your hand back down here, like that, so that your 3rd finger is then used again. Straight after it's being used on the 5th fret, it's going to get used again on the 3rd finger. So we're going spins a web, landing on our 3rd finger, then shifting back and playing the 3rd fret on the E string with our 3rd finger. And then we're back as how we were before. So 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 1st fret, 1st finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger. And that's E string, E string, B string. So altogether that bit goes spins a web any size. Now, the next line is almost exactly the same as the first line. We're going back to catches thieves just like flies, which if you hear sounds exactly the same as Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Now the only difference that you guys have probably seen already, at the end of the fourth line we have look out, look out. So that whole bit goes catches thieves just like flies, and then we're going to reach down with our first finger because we're still saying that if we see the first finger or the first fret, we're using our first finger. So catches thieves just like flies, look out. So we're reaching all the way down with our first finger to play that. Okay, then what we've got here, let's move this out of the way so I know what I'm looking at. So then we've got an empty bar, and because this piece is in 4/4, if you have a look at the beginning of the piece, it's in 4/4. So what that means is that we have 4 beats where we're not playing anything. So we've gone just like flies, look out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then the final bit of playing that we have to do is, again, let me move this out of the way. Okay, the final bit of playing that we have to do is, here comes the Spider-Man. So we're just going to go, here comes the Spider-Man. And again, this is business as usual. 3rd fret means 3rd finger. Here comes, 1st fret means 1st finger on the B string. Back to 3. So here comes the Spider. So all of that is on the B string pretty much. 3, 3, 1, 3, 1. I'm using our 3rd finger and 1st finger there. And then man, back to the 2nd fret on the G string. Here comes the Spider-Man. Okay, so let me play you everything that we've done so far today. So we've gone spins a web, we're shifting back any size, then we're back to how it was at the beginning, catches thieves just like flies, look out, 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, then basically all on the B string, here comes the Spider-Man. Okay guys, nice one. So what I want you to have a go at this week is, please can you have a go at these last 3 lines. Again, I want you to see if you can play them without looking at the sheet, making sure to use the right fingers. Pay particular attention to the 3rd line because that's where we go 3, 6, 5. Remember, we don't want to stretch, but we still want to use our pinky finger for that 6th fret. Okay. Please remember, if you want to give your submissions, or just if you want to video yourself so that I can give feedback, there should be a link in the description below where you can submit it to a playlist, or if you prefer, just put a link to the video in the comments and I will get around to it. I'll give you some feedback, maybe even send you a video if you think you need a little bit of help. Okay, cool guys. Have fun with that and I will see you next week.